Our mommy has given us a lot of gems for sober reflection. You know, she has given us so much. She even made mention that the desperate, those are the ones that go to anything that is bitter is sweet in their mouth. If you're desperate and hungry for God like that, it is good. Okay, now we have come to the health aspect of our time together. We have some guys too, so we'll talk about both the ladies and the guys part. Okay, so there are some common issues that we face as women, so we've come here to discuss about it. Okay, the first thing I want to talk about is understanding your body. Understanding your body, hormone and infertility. What happens between these two terminologies? Okay, so as a lady, you, or as a human, you have been beautifully and wonderfully created and made by God. So everybody is special, everybody is unique in their way. So we need to understand how our body works and the way to follow our body as ladies. Okay, so just give me a minute. So there's something we medically we know as menstrual cycle. Your kind of menses, your menstrual flow, does it have anything to do with your fertility later? Yes, it does. Okay, so what do you understand by menstrual cycle? This is a interactive class, so it's not only me that will talk. Everybody will share their own idea because it's good you debug the myth. Most people have a wrong notion about menstrual cycle, menstrual flow, their ovulation, their period. If my flow is heavy, whenever I'm on my period, my pain is always in my stomach is always paining me. Do I take sugar when I'm on my period? I don't take too much salt, but my period still pains me. It is now I want to discuss about that. So, what is menstrual cycle? So the menstrual cycle just encompasses different phases that a lady goes through in a month. Okay, different phases that your body goes through in a month. Take it like a process of is a story your body tells you every month. So you have to understand this your body. Okay, so the first phase in the menstrual cycle is the menstrual phase. The menstrual phase is the bleeding, where you see blood, your period. You know it as period. That's the first day of your menstrual cycle. Okay. Now this it's like before you get to your menstrual phase, take your womb as a soft bed, cozy bed, preparing to receive a visitor. That's how your womb is. It has prepared to receive a baby, a visitor. Now the visitor does not come. If the visitor does not come, will you not rearrange your house? It's like when you've made your house for Christmas, and after Christmas, will you not clear off your decorations? You will clear them off now. So that's the same thing that happens. Your body has been preparing for a baby. A baby did not come, it will shed off those lining, those decorations, and it comes out as blood. That's your menstrual flow that comes out. Now, menstrual flow usually is between 3 to 5 days. 1, 2, 3 days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But some people sees it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Their blood is still flowing. 1, 2. Some even see it for up to 2 weeks. We know what happens, why that is happening. Okay. Now, how do you take care of yourself during this period? As a lady, how do you take care of yourself during this period? Most people use what do they call it? Now they're having a flow. It is blood that is coming out from their body. Okay. You see them using things like pieces. I'm not a saint. I used it when I was younger. You say that one because my flow is heavy, it used to hold the blood more so that it doesn't. When we were younger, in fact, the first time I saw my period was when I was in GS2. I didn't know what it was, so I used my socks as a pad. I also went to the toilet, remove my socks, use it as a pad. When I got home, I told my mama, I don't know what's happening, but I know that something is coming out from my body and I don't want the thing to stain myself. She took me, started giving me education about what it is and all that stuff, and then got me a pad. Now, most of us may not even have, now pad is very expensive. We don't even have money to even buy pad, and then we just resort to using pieces. There is something wrong with that way of taking care of yourself. So when you're seeing your period, what do you need to do? Do I use pieces? Do I use pad? Do I use tampons? There are different things I use as a lady. They even have a menstrual cup now. Which one should I use? Which one should I use? It all depends on your hygiene. Now, The first thing you need to do is you need to rest when needed. When you are on your period, you get so tired, so exhausted. So you need to rest when needed. Also, you need to eat food that will nourish you. It's not the time to say, I am not hungry, but let me just eat Fanta. Let me drink Fanta and eat buns or puff puff. That is when you need to eat food. Because this food contains essential minerals and vitamins like folic acid. It contains vitamin C, antioxidant that helps your body, your hormonal level to be in balance. So, but if you just go and say, hey, I'm not hungry, no appetite. Most time when we're on our period, you don't have appetite. Yes? Is anybody, when you're on a period, you eat very well? I need an answer. No, ba? Good. But if you see junk, you say, oh, I never chop since morning. Let me just carry this puff puff and just chop. Abi? That is wrong. When you're on your period, that's when you should eat food. Food that will nourish your body. Okay? You have to avoid too much sugar and too much salt or junk food during that period because it makes the cramp more painful. Now, another thing you need to do is to stay clean. Remember I mentioned about the kind of pad you use. You're not supposed to put your pad on for more than 4 to 6 hours. If you're at work, maybe you say, I don't have heavy flow, pad don't cost. I bet let me just use it like that. And then you leave it in your body for a long time. You are going to have infection. Maybe not something that you're seeing now, maybe period don't go. And give say, I will have infection. I did not say any infection. Okay. It's waiting for you in the future. Or sometimes it may just be your body will be itching you. Or in between your times, you're seeing black things around there. You use your pad for more than 6 hours. And if you take out that pad, it becomes damp. And even apart from the period smell, this period smell becomes high, more. Okay, so what do we do? You need to ensure that the pad you're using is not a pad that will stay on you for more than 6 hours. That means for 6 hours, that means you're using 3 pads a day, right? If I put one now, 6 hours time, I put another one. Of course, I won't use that one I put to sleep. I will bathe and sleep down. You're using 3 pads a day. A pad that comes at 7, that means you're using one pad is just for 3 days. It's not physical. It's not something that we can actually do. It's not feasible, rather. It's not feasible. Say, I will not go and buy 2 pads for a period. But if you know that usually those people that have heavy flow, don't compromise that time. If you have heavy flow, don't compromise 6 hours. Your pad should be on your body for 6 hours. Now, you need to also stay fresh and stay clean. So when you want to use the restroom, you need to wash. Now, it may not be convenient for you because you may be in a public place and you want to use your restroom. You're not in your house. So how will I not take water and then wash? Okay, if you won't wash, you can get something called wipes. Of course, not the one that is scented. Non-alcoholic, non-scented water wipes. That's the name, water wipes. You can use it when you use the restroom, use the wipes to clean your body very well. These wipes you're using now is mimicking you using normal water. But since water is not available, let me use that wipes to clean my body. Okay, when you do that, it can even make you use your pad longer. You that is at work. Because, okay, I'm going to start work for 8 hours. I can't change this pad in 6 hours. Let me go with water wipes. So when I urinate, I just clean. And always urinate. When you're seeing your period, use the restroom often. That's when you feel like you want to pee. Say, no, let me hold it. There's no need to go and use the restroom now. Let me hold it. You know what you're doing? That blood is bringing out thick lining, things that your womb has prepared for a baby that is not using again. It's bringing it out. And you say you want to hold it. Most times it will come out. Sometimes it won't come out. Some will be retained inside. Later in the future, you can start having issues like endometriosis. I will explain what that means later. But it's ideal when you're seeing your period, you should always use the restroom to remove those thick blood that comes. Okay. Now the next thing you need to do is if you want to wash your private parts, do not use harsh detergent or harsh soap. You sugarcoat it as is a normal bathing soap. Do not use it for your vaginal parts, for your private parts. Use clean water. If you must use soap, it should be mild. It should be mild soap. Do you know why? The vagina is acidic. Okay, slightly acidic. And because it's acidic, that part is supposed to prevent entries from bacteria from growing. Everybody has bacteria. Females has bacteria in their vagina. But those bacteria are not the harmful one. They're the ones that maintains. God is wonderful. Every part of you, he has made it to clean themselves. Your ear cleans itself, your eye cleans itself, your nose cleans itself. It's only the mouth that you have to now brush your teeth. Your private part cleans itself. You understand? So you want to go and do extra work that God has already done and say, I need to put my hand, use soap and wash it. You're causing problem for yourself. Do you understand? So let's be guided. You should, because if the vagina is acidic, that pH of the vagina prevents harmful bacteria from growing. If you're doubting if vagina is acidic, sometimes when you wear your panties, for some time, don't you see that the thing changes color? What's making the thing to change color? Because of the vaginal fluid now. So it's ideal that you shouldn't put alkaline soap to wash. All those, it's not advisable to use harsh detergent or harsh soap for your vagina. Use water preferably, or any soap that has a pH with the vagina. You cannot even tell. People will write it pH this, and meanwhile you use it is not the same thing. So it's better you use clean water when you want to wash your private. Okay. Okay, now most times you may have cramps, menstrual cramp, your stomach is paining you. You could use hot or heat to stop that. Now you can just get towel, soak it in hot water and just put it there. Now they have a water bottle that can use to put there, or you get your water bottle, normal Seaway, fill it in hot water inside and just put it around that area. It's not advisable to take medication when you are having menstrual cramp, unless what you are having is dysmenorrhea, like is a medical condition. But say it's just normal cramp, you don't rush paracetamol, you don't rush ibuprofen, there is no need for it. Just get a hot bottle and just put there. Avoid sugary and salty food. Give it a day, you'll be fine. Okay. Now after that menstrual phase, what is the next phase? The next phase is the egg preparation phase. Now this phase of your menstrual cycle is important because this is where how I put it now, where your body prepares for an egg again. Take it like the egg preparation stage is preparing to for an egg to be released in your ovaries. I'm talking about your the woman body now. Your ovaries contains take it like you want to plant something now in a farm. You need to water that farm, abi, before you put a seed inside. Good. Follicular phase is that phase. It is watered so that a seed that is placed there can grow. Now if you want to plant ugu, and most of us have not gone to the farm before. I never even go farm, but we know that one. So you want to plant ugu now. It's not all the seed you put in the ground that germinates. True or true? Good. Some of them will die. Some of them will not even grow. That is the same thing that happens. So that follicular stage is the preparation stage, where your ovaries start to produce follicles that produces eggs. You understand? But it is not all the eggs. It's only one of that follicles that will mature to give you a matured egg. Okay? That now brings us to the ovulation. Now that follicular stage lasts from the day you finish in your period till for 12 to 14 days. It lasts for 12 to 14 days. So from there, in your period, from your first menstrual flow to your 12th day, then 14th day now is your ovulation. That is when the matured egg is released and travels down the tube and go and stay, waiting for sperm to fertilize it, and then it goes to the womb and stay. Okay, so that is all what happens in your body. All this thing happens in the space of a month. Now, why is it a concern to us single? It is a concern because there are common menstrual health issues. The first one is polycystic ovarian syndrome. What it means is your ovaries produce so many eggs that do not mature. So many eggs are produced in your ovaries, but the eggs don't mature. What can cause that to happen? First is when you use contraceptives when you're not supposed to use them. You know what is contraceptives now? Do you know what contraceptives are? Okay. It's good you don't know, but let me tell you what it means. Contraceptives are medications that prevent pregnancy. Morning after pill. When you use them indiscriminately, those pills can mess with your menstrual cycle. When they mess up your menstrual cycle, it causes hormonal imbalance. So when your hormones are not balanced, it can cause some of your follicles not to mature into eggs. And this will now be in your ovaries and form cysts. Over time, it can cause problem. Most women that have polycystic ovarian syndrome find it difficult to conceive. Yes, I was working in O&G, that's where pregnant women come to antenatal clinic, and then I was just costing somebody's drug, and a lady walked in. I didn't know it was a lady. She spoke and she said, take my prescription. That voice was like a man's voice. I don't think you that is a man, your voice is as deep as that voice. Take my prescription. Like, I cannot even say it. I have to look like, this is pregnant women clinic. What man they do here? I look, to my surprise, is a woman. Ah, I sat her down. I said, what happened? Why? We knew that I knew she had polycystic ovarian. This one I'm just telling you that she has it. She has polycystic ovaries. There's so many cysts in her ovary. So I was like, what happened? She actually is pregnant when she came, but it took her a long time. So many medications were given to her to help her get pregnant. Now, it's not every time someone say, I take contraceptives, then that means I will not have this. No, sometimes it's genetic.